And for some bizarre reason, it works. The mini-map anyway, I don't know, it might be lying to me. But, is this recording? Yes it is. Professionalism, as always, high on my list of things to do. Let's do this instead. Right, so in this matchup we have myself against Gragas. I don't know. Actually, I'm just going to look it up on my phone what this is, because Doc's plat 1 and he's the last pick. So this should be a pretty interesting game. Anyway, let's see. There are some epic plays, there are some moments of intense QQ, and this, if you learn anything from this replay, it is that feeders and flamers exist in all levels of play. Maybe not in Challenger, even then it's relative. You'll see what I mean. Look at this name, right? It's like, that is a good name to have. Unfortunately, you will see what exactly that stands for soon. Anyway. Ishka Kill is platinum what exactly? Right, so this is around platinum 1 as expected. I am a beautiful swan against that OP fat man, but still. Swain's probably one of the few champions who have to go head to head with Fatty and come out on top, at least make his life hell. The problem, however, is, as always, the problems you face with Gragas is he'll just push the wave, you'll get stuck on your turret. He pushes the wave and he has so much damage that he can actually burst you down if you're not careful. Other things to note, I was lagging to begin with. For some reason it spiked to 300. But early on, by all means start hitting him. It really does not matter whether you think the lane will push in his direction or not. Inevitably he's going to farm with Q, inevitably he's going to go in your direction anyway, so just E auto him, EQ, etc. Because he will push in your direction. If it's pushing his direction, well, either you're bullying him way too hard, or, I don't know, generally that doesn't happen. I mean, you see later, I do manage to zone him out, but still. It's like, there are two things. If you stay in your minions, he'll Q them. Inevitably, he'll often want to Q the back row, because he can always melee the front row. Right? It's like, if he goes anywhere close to this part, he will take damage. And this is why he's quite afraid of it. Hence why he'll just Q it. And eventually, anyway. Same, also almost the same as Maud. You stay to the side. The only difference is, if you stay to the side, and he goes fucking aggressive on you, all that happens is, all that happens is that he just body slams into you instead. At that point, you need to hold your nerve. Like, never move underneath you, EQ kite. The only problem is, because he still has range attack after that, it does a lot of damage. But there's a lot of damage also from his autos, and people forget that. They just completely freak out where damage is coming from. But which one is this? Yeah, he gains attack damage from his W. Which is really interesting. For 20 seconds. It's basically always active. So you can just count, like, he's got 96 AD. He's like, what? Is this balanced? Is this real life? It's like, just there, you saw he wanted to go for it because I'm close. He'll take damage and doesn't want to do that. The other thing you can try to do, I don't know, is like you can wear down his mana pool, but the problem is he has natural inbuilt mana regeneration anyway. Natural inbuilt is in his kit. Every takes a drink, you might try and EQ him, but then he'll just jump back at you and hit your face, and just like, meh, let's not. If all else fails, wait till 6. As always with Swain, just don't die before 6. It's like, now you're thinking, but your bot lane. No, it's top lane who got the kill, that's fine. Unfortunately, I would have more games, but LoL replay just let screw me over on 2 out of the last 3 and just not even play in first person mode. It's really irritating. This one, just keep auto-attacking the wave. Like, Wukong wants to gank mid, but it's Fatty. Like, yeah, I see him, like, I go in as well, but he'll just waltz out, there's nothing you can do. There's no point burning flash, because he'll just flash as well, and you're in an even worse spot than he is. The same deal with Blanc, really. It's if you force two people to burn flash because you have so many escapes and they do, in most cases they don't. Oh, actually no, nowadays you do. It's yeah. I'm not playing more aggressive because I knew Jarvan was bot. And Wukong knows what the fuck he's doing and he's at the right time. Unfortunately, this is what screws over. He decides he got barrier baited, and Ashe gets a double off and a kill. Yeah. Remember that. People at this level still get barrier baited. What can you do? But it's like, he got first blood, he got top in a good spot. Or did he? No, he intercepted Jarvan. Now Jarvan's died twice. But still. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, I have 33 TS, he's 33. He's gone back. I was like, so I get 6, shove it. Not really much happening here. Go back as well, blah blah blah, skip the boring shit. Have enough for catalysts, therefore I'm going to trade where I can. And then I pointed out that I have a catalyst. Well, I've only got 100 HP or more than him. And he's got a chalice, and he has regen. It's like, fuck this game. Again, he throws it, you walk in his direction instead, because if he's used this Q, right, that means he can't burst you. The other thing I would like people to notice is if you're in top lane or bot lane and you want the lane to freeze without tanking everything, go to the side. Like I'm going this way, if you're in top lane, you can go down. Maybe on here, you can try going to the left, it's much easier if you're on purple. Always be careful when you're against Jarvan, because all that'll happen is he'll just flag and drag over the wall, jump on your face, and you're screwed. But there's nothing I can do here. Besides, he's just trying to wait to push, and then you stand in front of it, and then he'll lose creeps. Same with other champs, it's like Q. He used his main nuke, he's vulnerable. Then you keep walking sideways. Like, and you chase him. You chase him, and you wear him down, stuff like that. I want to push the wave, but I don't want... at the same time, you don't want to keep your jungler waiting at blue, because either too much damage, and 2, they might take it. In fact, don't rely on your jungler ever giving you a blue at all in the current meta, because it seems to be quite commonplace that they take the second one, and some of them even take the third one. It's like, you don't need this, because the enemy guy doesn't have it either. In this case, I was helped by Jarvan was behind, therefore he kept taking them. Oddly enough, he's actually ahead of Wukong. He's... oh, well, he was anyway. He just ping, but... not much to do, except farm, CS, say that Jarvan's in mid. Oh shit, I missed it. We're now at 9:34. What happened here? 9:34... there we go. The comment was, "Oh, we're ahead, right? We don't need to be afraid of anything." It's like, what is Sona doing? A, it's Ashe. B, it's double buff. Double buff or not, Sona would have died anyway, and he flamed Wukong for this. There was so much flame. It's just, meh. That was your own freaking fault. Except no, it's definitely the jungler's fault for giving double buff. Oh, that's it. You can see it in all chat as well. Oh dear. Not a lot you can do. Anyway, where are we? 9 minutes. Blah 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 blah. The interesting stuff happened. Like, now that you have blue buff, definitely be aggressive. Because you can just maintain Raven form all day. Zone him. That was the problem. I made a mistake. I was positioning correctly. He used his escape mechanism, right, to farm, and I did not punish him for it. I had no reason to be this far back, and yet... that was a kill. And it's like, this is the other thing. Suddenly, right? It's like he suddenly changes his game, like what he does. His entire laning phase, he stayed really far back and farm with Q, and then suddenly, right, he's now walking forwards, way past where he should be. It's like, yeah, Java shut up. That was an obvious tell, and we're here for it. Unfortunately, as I realized that Gragas actually tanked the turret, so I pin him under the turret, DQ ignite, and get the fuck out. He dies. Outplayed! Hold your nerve. I almost died to walls, but it was alright. It's not alright, almost died to walls, but still, you get the idea. When you're getting died in a 2v1, it's just see who's actually taking the damage. And if you can sometimes walk away with a kill and still be alive, or at least make it 1-for-1. But just it's happening. Just have a small look. Some people just panic and say, I'm getting ganked, get the fuck out, I'm being Jarvan ulted, when actually in a lot of cases, who cares? So I ward deeply, I prevent him from going for his race, but I've actually managed to keep a bit of a CS lead, but I fuck up later. Fuck up later, I make it up later as well. It's like, oh, where was it? What's this warded? Ah, they warded everything. Holy crap! Wanted to go bot to see if I could catch Ashe, but nah, they saw me coming a mile away. It's strange. At the same time, Season 4 is a matter of no wards, and yet sometimes there's just wards fucking everywhere. I wonder if Alistar will be good in jungling again and ganking junglers, just because bot lane never wards. Again, if you don't have Raven form on, back off until you have it up again. Like this was a fatal error. It's like, oh, help us, Wukong pinged it and said, yeah, help me get the Drake. Problem, Sona's dead, Varus is nowhere in position, Wukong wanted to go in, if he wants to suicide, be my fucking guest. I had no reason to be here, he got instantly imploded, I have no mana, and I basically decided to listen to him, and I died for it. It's just, Wait, Sona's on 4 deaths. And then decides to make a brilliant play! And, dies. Flame Varus are not going in, but it's like, okay. At most you might have gotten Jarvan, you might have gotten Janna if you're lucky. But considering the fact that Fat Man has an attack speed slow, and also is slow, I would not count on it. So Doc made the better decision, said, I'm just going to go farm bot. We now have a 1-in-5 support. Plats all smooth sailing with non-retards, right? No. There we go. Here's the QQ. What else have we got? At this stage of the game, by the time you have a rod, you can definitely afford to be more aggressive. And in doing so, it's like he takes a drink, you go and eat his face for it. And you do heavy damage. But again, I have a second blue buff and he still hasn't got one yet. Don't know what the heck's happened to them. Like, saw Jarvan at the lower side, did not want a chance what the fuck was happening. See that Jarvan's jumping on Sona, it's like free kill. Move in dominating position so he can't escape. And he commits. Wanted to ult, didn't do anything. Wouldn't have done anything besides style points. And now he's scared of me. If the opponent is scared of you, right, then use it. It's a psychological thing. Maybe you know you can't hit him, but if he's determined to be scared, then why ruin, like, the facade or illusion that you can eat his face? Like, you approach him, he backs off. He doesn't want anything to do with you. It's like, okay. Make sure you know that you're in charge. But always, as always, make sure you know what the fuck the enemy jungler is. Else you just open yourself up for fucking embarrassment when you get ganked and massacred. Jarvan's now top. I'm aware Jarvan's top. I'm also aware that Renekton is fighting Trundle and Renekton's getting his face caved in. Someone manages to live long enough so I can turn up. Approach from a flank where he can't see me. Intercept if he tries it. But he doesn't. But it's like we can keep pursuing this Gragas is in mid. Well, I was actually aware that Jarvan was here. Right? I saw him ages ago. Like, these are the small details that you might miss. Where was he? Oh, there he was. We knew Gragas was here. We knew Jarvan was here. Like, I moved up because he was in trouble. I initially moved up, right? Because I thought Gragas might go top. There's no reason to, but he might anyway. So I went top, and doubly so Renekton was getting smacked over the head. Knew Jarvan was still in the top jungle. It's like, wonder what's going to happen. Anyway, saving Renekton was the key thing. It's like, Jarvan shows up, tries to take out Renekton, but it's like, no. This is also the reason why I didn't. This is also the reason why I did not flash after Trundle. Right? Tempting as it was to flash EQ Ignite, I could have done, but I wasn't aware where Jarvan was. Like, is killing him worth it? It was like, do I really need to? I value junglers as like a higher priority than everybody else anyway, so just flash for Jarvan and kill him instead. We get a kill for it. Trundle's like just gonna stay here, but it's just meh. Put an EQ on the Wraith, help Renekton. It's all good. Unfortunately, I lost my turret, but oh well. You have to sacrifice something. Gragas did not go roaming this game. He couldn't. If you put enough pressure on him and you keep the lane shoved back and you ping it, it should be okay. Or maybe the other reason why he didn't was because Sona decided to keep feeding bot, was never going to do anything. It's like, I understand, right, why she rushed to freaking Mikael's. It's to counter the Ash arrow. The problem is she completed it at 19 minutes and was in a far greater threat from dying from being ganked than she ever was from dying one-on-one lane, because the lane was lost anyway. There is now a fight. Janna very, very nearly kills Gragas, but not quite. She sacrifices herself, but supports don't get any credit whatsoever. It's at the same time, you buy this, you save yourself from stun, that's 2 auto attacks maybe. The problem is in this current situation, Varus, right? They're just going to ignore Varus because they obviously know that he has a brain cell, and they're just going to keep focusing Sona because free gold. We will now farm, we will now do blue, we will now intercept Trundle. And this is the other thing. It's like, I don't know why he's pushing out so far. Obviously this isn't warded. Or I don't know, is it not warded or not. Maybe just assume Renekton's here. Whenever I play on purple side and push his spot, I always put a ward here, just so I know what the fuck's happening. He didn't. And as such, he is in trouble for it. On the other side of the wall, in case he decides to flash, he doesn't, in which case we just get assist gold. Nope, nothing happening. All's good. Cutting off avenues of escape. I wonder if he would have flashed if he had it. But still, I just think, where would he go? It was 2v1, he's gonna die. His only other course was to escape, and if you try that, you will eat his face. It's fine. I also got assist, so it all worked out in the end. I was doing race when this showed up. It was like, hi Trundle, just don't mind me. This part is hilarious. Renekton makes the move and sees Ashe is exposed, jumps on her, gets the pick, and everyone follows up, so she dies instantly. It's all good. Lock down the other 3 people, and we get a good pick. Now, the following that happens is incredibly freaking stupid, right? We see Trundle, and for some reason, like, why are we chasing Trundle when we could do the Baron? And then they're like, you're right, let's not. And then Sona dies. She didn't realize we'd abandoned her. She did not realize that we had abandoned her, and like, let's do the Baron. That is the right call. Why are we chasing Trundle? Who's gonna steal it, Janna? So yeah, we ditched the support when we actually were going to commit to it. It was good times. You think this stuff only happens in bronze? Nah, that's the better call to go to Baron. Let's ditch our support. Cut your losses and run. What was the other thing I did? I could have bought a chalice, but in this situation, I decided not to. Just buy more power. The team fights, as you saw... Actually, there's no point in me going back. As you saw in those team fights... Oh, sorry, let's go back anyway. Are we taking the Baron? No, we haven't. Blah, 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 blah. Right. These team fights here, they don't last long enough, considering how squishy they are, for me to warrant needing additional supplementation in the mana. He's like, that's what the fight showed, therefore let's buy more power because we can afford it. It's just, yeah, it's general build. Building challenge wouldn't have been wrong. It's just at the same time, I can afford to take damage over needing a chalice. So that's what I did. Like, win harder when you're ahead. Watch this. Watch this amazing diamond player land his Varus ult. Is ready? Yeah, he missed. Pro as shit. We go after Ashe. We eat her face. That wasn't bad for once. We picked it. Like, wanted blue. This was the right call. Like, get blue, okay. But unfortunately, we saw Jarvan somewhere. I remember seeing Jarvan somewhere. Yeah, there, we saw Gragas. Like, it's far better to secure the blue than it is to take it. But at the same time, he missmited it, so I don't actually know what the fuck he was doing. We saw Jarvan, and Wukong goes in. Not quite sure why, but we are committed, so we fight. And now I have people on my face. Unfortunately, I don't care, because I am invulnerable, and I am a bird. Ignore Janna, she's a fucking support, go for the squishy, but Gragas runs the fuck away, so yeah, nothing's off cooldown, so I'm not going to commit to that. If you can go for the priority target. Where is Janna going to go? Quite honestly, nowhere. You don't always have to hit the first thing in front of you. You are not an ADC. You are not right-click to win. So at this point, they have 3 dead, but we take the inhibitor turret. All going smoothly, right? It fucks up. It so beautifully fucks up. Also, this diamond player took my fucking blue because he's a scrub. Do you know why he's a scrub? Because he one-on-ones Trundle. Guess what happens? Dead! Why do I duo with this freaking noob lord? Fuck my life! All he does is troll me and weigh me down. I love you really, dog. Have you seen this hate? Literally, flashes after her and just goes all out and kills her. It's like, meh, meh. Then for some reason, they're now 2v3ing. It's, why? Now, neither of you have particularly high damage. Jarvan's gonna get away. It's like, well, Renekton's now dead. I have to tidy up the fucking pieces. Like, I can't get to Gragas on the turret, and all I left down was of Ashe. Like, well, shit. That'll kill her, but unfortunately, I couldn't flash out of this one. Wanted to flash it, couldn't flash it. Spamming it, but yeah, wrong millisecond. Oh, dear. Rapid pinging. Renekton's getting his face caved in. Where is he? Realizes we're coming, tries to leg it. I'm in an intercepting position and kill him. Where's he gonna go? If we approach strategically from the flank, right? Meanwhile, down here, these guys are getting caught out. Oh, the epic flashes! Dead. So I'm now the front line. I have to try and do what the fuck I can. Not in the best position to Zhonya's, but still. Janna flashes. Doc somehow lives. So we keep going. I finally get a blue, but he takes the other blue because he's a scrub. We take Drake. We keep shoving. Unfortunately, there's a small problem. This problem is Renekton's over here, they're over here. It's now, well, shit. Like, I now have to deal with 3 people. This is really, really freaking irritating. Sona actually flashes in and does absolutely fucking nothing. Then Janna saves me, which I'm eternally thankful for, and I'm just going to run away. So, in the meantime, what happened down here? Doc dies again because he's being scrub, so heavy. He gets trundled. Wukong tries to peel. Ashe tries to jump in and kill him, but then Wukong punishes her for it, I think. Yeah. Unfortunately, that is now 2 for 1, 3. 3 for 2, not good. Renekton then comes in and cleans up house. 4 for 3. I was like, meh, shouldn't have thought that. I managed to get out, shouldn't have managed to get out. Like, I want to regenerate, Renekton won't let me regenerate. At least he's a gentleman and tank the turret for me, but meh, leaving building. Unfortunately, this is where things get hairy. Doc instantly blows up. Instant replay, because lols, I could watch this all day. Dead, dead, and fat man. I just don't get it. Why this happened? It's like, we went back. I had to go back because I had no HP. So their call was do Baron. It was the right call. This is what happens when you take an inhibitor. You sort of overextend a bit. Let me talk this through again. What normally happens when a team takes an inhibitor is they normally have like won a team fight. Therefore they keep pushing and they keep pushing. They take the inhibitor and then they go back. Therefore the other team rushes the Baron because they have to go back. So they might have time to do so. This is exactly what happened here. Unfortunately, we were in no position to actually contest this in any coherent form, and even if they are behind, 5v3, what was ever going to happen? Especially if your ADC takes a freaking casket to the fucking head. So, Sona is again, instead of fucking peeling for Varus, not that would have changed him getting a casket to the head, is trying to zone out one person, hits one person with her ult. We had a Galio earlier on, who only managed to taunt Leona with her ult, and built a death cap instead of any other MR things like an Abyssal fucking Scepter. I was like, what the Right? Terrible situation is terrible. Monkey gets eaten. Right? What was hilarious was, from their perspective... Oh wait, dog dash for a 4th time. I promise it's not on purpose. Renekton tries to do something, realizes he can't. Jarvan wants to pursue. I don't think he noticed me, but like he sees I'm here, then he flashes out. I don't have blue buff. All 5 of them are alive. And if any of you have ever seen the game of when I was against Karthus with Leslie, you know better than me, like, as to, are we gonna go in? Of course we fucking are. 2 versus 5, I have Zhonya's. You can't hit me, I kill everyone. It's all good. We come out on top, we are OP. It's like, what happens if you don't have Hourglass? I go smush. And also, this is one of the places where I would point out what happens when you don't run the Wota. It's I go down to 64 hit points. Those runes actually save me because right now I'm plus 175. And because I survived, just in the nick of freaking time, they now have to change their focus. I regenerated. And I get to finish everyone off with an Necron. It's fine. Because they got dogpiled on top of me. It's like malaria shield plus we must gang rape the Swan equals hilarity. Like, look how freaking bunched up they are. I was like, yeah, good luck with that. I will carry. It's fine. Focus the Swain. He's squishy, right? It's like, why am I doing that when we could just end the game? Well, in my head, it's like, we didn't have the damage to do this. And I just like, Doc says just do it, we're coming. So I was like, okay, I guess you know better. Was he right? Was he right? Of course he fucking wasn't right. Fucking scrub takes my blue and dies to freaking explode. Oh, why did I listen to you? Whatever. We win the game. Holy shit, you are so heavy sometimes. GG. Very happy with Kong. Closing comments. This matchup. Gragas has more damage than you think. He takes less damage than you think. He also pushes the wave like an absolute madman and therefore he can go roaming. It doesn't help if your bot lane has a fucking retarded support. I don't know. It's like in this game, who was, like I said, every team has a weak link. This weak link was Soda. Right, you saw the shit that she did. Okay, we did do sort of help by abandoning her, but it was warranted. Okay? Sometimes you just need to make the better decision. And it's like, yeah, we should not be chasing this. Why are we chasing this? Do the Baron. Sometimes you have to admit that, well, what happened on the Baron? It was a 5v2? Here we go in, do we not go in? It's sort of, you have to judge your own power, judge the situation. I got lucky, in a way. I guess you could argue that if I had Spell Vamp, I would have regenerated 100 HP or so anyway, but against this matchup of sort of pretty hit stun plus heavy burst, it's like, not confident about this. If this was something like Lissandra, then yeah, probably would have taken the other set of runes, but in this one, also 66, because I am evils. Evil as in good. Now, I've spoken enough. Hope you enjoyed this. I have no idea why the minimap is working. I don't know why it was working until maybe there was an update, maybe I'm just lucky. In either case, good luck, have fun.